Hello Muggles and welcome back to my Harry Potter kitchen, the YouTube series where I am baking my way through the Harry Potter universe, making a recipe for every food and drink item featured inside. If you missed last week's recipe and you want to wish Harry a happy birthday, then check out the recipe for his Harry Potter birthday cake in the links in the description. But it is Magic Monday, so let's see what new recipe we have waiting for us today. If you're a massive Harry Potter fan and you don't want to miss a thing from my Harry Potter kitchen, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get an alert every week when there is a brand new video. But let's get back into the story to see what's next. Okay, so Hagrid is now introducing himself to Harry, telling him all about Hogwarts, and he's also just noticed a packet of crisp. We made those in an earlier video, so make sure you check out the link down below to catch up. He is also going through his pockets and pulling out loads of random things, and I think I can see our next recipe. Soon the hut was full of the sound and smell of sizzling sausages. Nobody said a thing while the giant was working, but as he slid the first 6 fat, juicy, slightly burnt sausages from the poker, Dudley fidgeted a little. Let's go to the sausage factory. For this recipe, you will need 500 grams of pork mince, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of chilli flakes, 1 teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and some sausage skins. You'll also want some additional oil for frying. Now the best thing about homemade sausages is that you can tweak the recipe to suit your taste. So you can add in as many herbs or spices as you like, and you can also tweak the meat content. Now a fun fact for you UK viewers, in the UK the legal requirement for a sausage is a minimum amount of 32% meat. If it's got any less, you cannot legally call it a sausage, and that's why you often find cheap bangers in the supermarket. So of course when you're at home there are no legal requirements if you're not selling them, so play around with the recipe as much as you like. In this recipe I have used pork mince with 12% fat, and you can also tweak the amount of rusk or breadcrumbs you put into the recipe to give you a smoother consistency. To make your sausage meat, place your pork mince into a bowl and then flavour with your range of herbs and spices. We've gone for salt, black pepper, oregano, chilli flakes, thyme and nutmeg. You'll also want to add in some white wine vinegar and Worcestershire sauce just to give it an extra kick of flavour. Mix the pork together until you have a nice consistency with your herbs evenly distributed throughout, but be careful not to overmix it, otherwise you'll have some really tough sausages. Now the next important thing to think about is the sausage skins, and you can pick these up from a specialist supermarket, a butcher's or a food store. This is going to house our sausage meat in it, so you want to make sure you pay some attention to this next step. Take your time, be careful to make sure you remove any air bubbles, and we get a nice clean sausage. If you don't have a sausage machine, the easiest way to do this at home is place your sausage meat into a piping bag. You then want to take your sausage skins and tie a knot into the end. Unravel the other end of your sausage skin slightly and then place it over your piping bag. Gently push the mixture through the nozzle, making sure you apply an even pressure throughout. You'll start to see the sausage meat coming through and expanding the sausage skins. At this point you want to help guide it along as much as possible, slowly unravelling the sausage skins as it begins to expand. Keep on going until you've used up all of your sausage meat. The next step is to make your sausage links. Now of course you could have one giant sausage if you want to, and if you want to see a giant sausage, check out the link in the description to catch up on my 12 Bakes of Christmas series where I made a giant pigs in blankets. To make your sausage links, find even intervals along the sausage, press it down slightly, twist the skins round until they hold in place. Once you've made it to the end of your giant sausage, all you need to do is tie a knot in the last link to hold it in place. Once you're happy with them, pop them into the fridge to rest for at least an hour. Now, as most of you probably don't have an open fire that you can cook your sausages on, unless you're having a barbecue in winter, then I'm going to show you how you can just quickly fry these at home. Place a frying pan on a medium heat and then add in some oil. Bring your sausages up to room temperature before you cook them so they cook nice and evenly, and then place them into your frying pan. We're going to cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Once they start to caramelize and go nice and golden, you can keep on rotating them every 3 to 4 minutes until they're completely cooked. If you're ever unsure about whether your sausages are cooked or not, pierce one of them and the juices should run clean. If you're still unsure, then the best thing to do is pop them into the oven for an extra 5 minutes to help them cook throughout. To make these as authentic as possible, I'm also serving mine on skewers. What do you think, Hagrid? So there you go, a sizzlingly good recipe for you to try out at home. If you like this recipe for homemade sausages, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get an alert every Magic Monday when there is a brand new video. That's all for now, but I will see you next week.